Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icons to miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Radio Shack, model number 20658. This is an AM FM Shortwave portable radio. I bought this off eBay for a total of $20, new in box. Here's the box it came in. Digital travel radio. Sweet. Picture of the radio. There we go. On the sides, let's see what we got here. Frequency coverage, AM 530 to 1710, FM 88 to 108, and shortwave 2.3 to 26.1. That is continuous coverage too, by the way. 3 AA batteries, okay. See on the back here, we got some bullet points. Look at those. We'll go over everything. Some basic information, 30 presets, last station memory. Nice little features for a little inexpensive radio. There's your UPC. All right. So I took everything out of the box. Show you what's in it. First thing we get is a manual. Let me lower this down. And we'll see what the manual says. Radio Shack. Yeah, I miss Radio Shack when they go bye-bye. Here's some specifications. 3 AA batteries, output power. There's your frequency range again, size, which we'll go over. Installing the batteries, that's pretty tricky. Not really. So we have a nice little pull out there where it talks about all the features, again, which we'll do. Just kind of thumbing through this long manual here, give you an idea of what it's about. And let me get this last few pages for you guys. So if you need to spot something, you can pause and look at it. All right. The other side is another language, I believe. Toss that aside. Let's get to the radio. Yeah, front and center. The Radio Shack 20658, AM FM Shortwave. Now let's go talk about features of this guy after we do dimensions. First of all, dimensions, we have 6 inches across, 3.5 inches tall, and a depth of 1.5 inches. We'll do a little size comparison. Let me see, I'm going to bring this back up. All right, I like to always use my CC Skywave. This works out pretty good because they're both shortwave radios and both digital. There you are. It gives you an idea just the different dimensions compared to each other. There you go, if I can keep that from sliding off. All right. And I have CC Pocket. Always have CC Pocket. Gotta put it sideways there so you get an idea for the AM FM weather band radio compared to the Radio Shack. And then we have a deck of cards. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He can shake it like no one can. Yeah, he's Iron Man. He always has a theme song that I try to sing. Yeah, I know, going crazy. But there's a deck of cards. All right. So cool little radio, pretty happy. $20. I mean, there's a lot of radios out there for $20, but to be honest with you, this is a lot of fun for $20. Loving it. All right, let's go about features. Left-hand side, we have a carry strap. Yes, I love having that. Perfect placement for it, and it looks pretty strong. Here below it, we have the volume control. We have a high-low tone control. They say high is usually the normal setting, and low is when you want to decrease the bandwidth a little bit or reduce the highs. That sounds redundant, but it helps usually when it's really noisy, but typically you'll find yourself using high most of the time. Headphone jack. I thought this would be stereo. It said stereo jack, but there's no stereo coming out of this radio. So my radio does not have stereo. I tested it, and it does not, unfortunately. It has really good sound. The FM, the music sounds fantastic. The AM and shortwave, they have about a low tone. That's not bad. It makes the shortwave less harsh, but medium wave could be a little brighter. Here we go, DC input of 6 volts, and there's the polarity. Sleeve negative, positive center. Over here we have a speaker about 2 inches under a plastic speaker grill, which I'm fond of. I do like that because in the past, with any radio I buy, the vintage ones, the metal ones always get dented or rusted, and the plastic speaker grills are always intact. I like to see that. This Radio Shack underneath there. Sweet. This was made in 2016, by the way, I noticed. So it's a fairly recent radio. Here we have a clock, and this will display our frequency also. We have a snooze button that snoozes for 9 minutes when you use that during an alarm cycle. We have a lock switch to lock everything down. Over here we have our direct numeric entry keypad with some buttons below, dual time function, the access when the radio is off. There's time 2 UTC. This is local time, by the way, 10:14 Central Standard Time. We're near Chicago, in case I forget to mention it later. Here we have a memory time and preset function. To set your presets, you use this, and you set your presets with the first 10 buttons here. You get 10 presets per band, giving you a total of 30 presets. Tuning, we have up and down with the plus and minus, and they also function as your hour and minute setting keys. Over here, enter, so you can enter in your frequency. You hit this first, then the frequency you desire, and enter again. It's kind of redundant. I wish you could just type it in, but the way they have it set up, you have to use the enter key. Timer, I think it's a 99-minute countdown timer. Here we have alarm setting. You can set the alarm to wake up to radio or to buzzer. We have a sleep function, and then we have a power button there. Right inside the radio, we have a DX local switch for sensitivity. It only works on shortwave, and it's actually kind of an interesting thing I noticed. First, I thought it was a placebo effect. When I was on a shortwave station, it sounded kind of quiet. I was like, why does this radio sound quiet? So I pushed the switch down to local, pushed it back up to DX, and it got better, like a brighter. I'll try to demonstrate that and see if that's possible, but every time I did it, it seemed to make an improvement. Every time I switched this back and forth. So yeah, something interesting about this radio. But again, $20, I'm pretty happy with it. Top of the radio with some more switches. We have a shortwave band select switch, which was really nice to get through the band quickly. Here we have FM AM shortwave main selector. And then over here we have a like button, which actuates a green LED. There you are. Okay, up on top here we have the antenna, which extends out to 22¼ inches and swivels 360 degrees, and a little notch there to get towards the front of the radio. On the back of the radio, it's very simple, nothing printed unless it's underneath here. Let's take a look. Start kick out stand. Yep, and there's the writing. If we look closely, there's the model number. Then we have some frequency information there. There's your AM, and then your FM, and then your shortwave 2.3 to 26.1. There you are, and it operates on 3 AA batteries. So there's that. And then the battery compartment here is on the bottom. It's pretty difficult to tell you the polarity because they are stacked above each other. But there's 3 AA batteries. And the cool thing about this radio, bought off eBay, and the guy included free batteries, and they were all brand new batteries, Radio Shack branded. So pretty neat to see that too. All right, so we're gonna talk about FM reception. Then we're gonna do a little audio check, and then we'll cruise the bands. So FM reception. This thing does really well. FM sensitivity, I got 81 stations. Now that's fantastic. For a $20 radio, I picked up off eBay. 81 stations in FM is amazing. So it gets a very good, which is a 4-star rating. Very rarely do I get 4-star ratings. Probably 1 in 10 radios or 1 in 15 that I've given that rating to. Very good rating on FM. And selectivity was very good also. There was only one station that bled over, and they did it slightly. So I would say very good, maybe very good to excellent on selectivity. Very nice to see that. Very cool. Loving this radio. Wish it had FM stereo, but that's okay because typically when I listen to my radios, I don't usually use headphones. I usually use the onboard speaker. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on, and let's do some Radio Todderbert. And what I do for Radio Todderbert, I'll show you here. Let's go to FM there. Okay. I got music here that I can play without any issue. Broadcasting from my C-Crane FM transmitter 2, using a Sony MP3 player to provide the music. And this radio is receiving, so we can listen to it.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
little bit of audio test there. I always like to do that. Kind of showcases the radio a little bit. If you compare it to my other videos, you get a general idea how it sounds. Right now I'm just turning things off so we can do some shortwave and medium wave scans. So let's go ahead. Now when you're on FM, when you tune it, it goes up in 200 kilohertz steps, as you can see there. Also, you can press and hold, and it'll go fairly quickly. Just hang on until you're at your favorite station. Then it'll find actually the closest station right now. The speed that it normally scans is very slow, as you can see there. I've just found a local station that it can pick up with this antenna down. There you go. So yeah, it is really slow. Wait till you see shortwave. So let's go ahead and hook it up to shortwave. We're going to go to shortwave band. Now we're on the shortwave. That's nice. It's picking it up with the antenna retracted. Wow, very good. Might be a good night for this. All right, so I'm going to use a little PL380 wire from my Texan. This is strung up to my blinds. It's about a 12-foot wire, and something very simple. It's on the inside of the window. Just turn this down here. Okay, so what I did is I previously was scanning through here because the scan's really slow. So if you just hit this, this is how slow it goes. It's almost impossible. Though it found something, of course. So if you want to get somewhere fast, scan is not it. So this is your scan. It's like do 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 do. So you pretty much have to know with this radio what's out there because it'll take you a long time. But if you're at night, you know where most of the stations are. It's not too bad. But you could actually press and hold, and you can see that you'll go much quicker through the band. And of course, don't forget that we also have a shortwave select button up here that takes you through the meter bands, and I'll show you what that looks like. And the cool thing is you can up or go down from there. It's not set. So you got your continuous coverage, which is really nice, as you can see there. Press it again to stop it. So let's go, I think you can see the different ones here. Pretty loud, clicky little button. Okay, so there's a 2.3, which is pretty amazing. I don't think we're going to hear 2.5. So if you want to enter that in, there's another little thing with this radio. If you want to enter in the frequency, you have to enter 0 first when you have a single digit. So if you want to enter in, say, 2.5 megahertz, you have to go 0. Oops, excuse me. Enter 0250. Enter. Oh, cool. This is WWV on 2.5 megahertz. Didn't expect to get that tonight. Okay, that next station you heard was CHU 3.3. We'll go right to that. 3.33, actually. Now the sensitivity. Okay, just give it time. So I have some pre-programmed stations. We'll see if anything's going.
New York, some 50 years ago. I am now on the island of Trinidad, West Indies. Spent 2 days at your property. Consider myself blessed to have been there. There you have the phone call that came in.
Brother Stare. So again, if it sounds quiet, you cycle that switch and sometimes it gets better. Don't know if it's placebo effect or not, but it seems like it works.
The neighbors TV said in a very friendly way, well, what's happening? This is the rest of the story. The screen went partially dark, and another TV channel was mixing up with the one what they said was due to Westingham radio station was active on the air.
Pepe Lacayo, Martín Noticias. Radio las 24 horas del día. Radio Mar, por los 1180 AM, por nuestras frecuencias de onda corta.
I don't know why that works that way with that DX local switch.
You're listening to the Overcomer radio broadcast, and the voice, God will the last day prophet of God.
It's like, I hear two of them. No. You guys are probably getting a laugh too, I hope.
How to the whole world and to every nation. Today, now, what, where?
I'm sorry, that's funny. It's happening there too. Oh, this is funny.
For you to write a letter and send your support and pressure letter to the Overcomer.
Ghost in the Machine.
And the 691 in Walter, always wait.
That's hilarious.
The United States of...
So let's see, we can tune up from here, see if it finds anything. Which I don't know if it will, it may. We can also go down to see if WRMI is going. Probably not, though. Usually this time of night, I usually don't pick that up, but we can always try it. So you saw the time, it was 10:30 local PM Central Standard Time here in Chicago, Illinois, and UTC would be 4:30 in the morning. So let's go ahead and just, let's see, let's scroll this down here, which is nice. You just hold it down, get to where you want to go, or you just type it in. So if you have a single digit you want to type in, you just put the 0 in first. Oops. I hit enter first. 0, 9, 3, 9, 5. Enter. He's everywhere with the screwed up audio. That's hilarious. But yeah, you saw I could get the half, the 0.5 megahertz there. That's nice. You can do that. All right, let's switch over to medium band real quick. So I'm going to disconnect this. As you can see, the shortwave is pretty good. You need a wire really to make it happen. You can use the whip. Surprisingly, I'm getting good reception by holding it. But yeah, the wire really makes a difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch that to medium wave. On top, there it is in the middle position. Now it tunes in 10 kilohertz steps. There's no way to change it to 9 for the other countries out there. So let's go ahead and just cruise the band, see what we can find.
Kind of Love, moving up 9 spots at the beating Penn State from number 17 to number 8.
Well, when you watch that game, Minnesota has impressive win.
This is 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, which is about 70 miles away at 400 watts. Let's go ahead and just...
Separating the one-loss teams, and then when you factor in what Minnesota did, it feels like...
I don't know if I mentioned... Yeah, okay, so you didn't know this. When I got this radio, the medium wave band was plagued with harmonics. Tons of birdie tones, birdies, same as harmonics, by internally generated noise from the radio. And I almost returned it because on every other station I had these different tones and they were loud, even on my local stations. And I was really upset. And I was like, you know what, but this FM is so good on this radio and the shortwave was working, I was going to keep it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take it apart and take a look. So there's 4 screws in the back. As you saw there, I'm going to quickly show you. Because I'm going to do some extensive medium wave band scans for you guys anyways, you know. You take the 4 screws out, drop it out. There's a 2-inch ferrite antenna, and there's 2 little leads that come off, and they go to the board. Well, there's so much extra lead. What they did is they just kind of routed it around, and they just taped it down, and they routed it right over a IC circuit, some type of like surface mount chip that looked like a controller chip for either the LCD panel or for an FM module. I'm not sure, but it was generating noise, and it was generating these birdie tones. And so I'm like, I wonder if that's it, because it's like wires laying right on top. So I moved that wire off, taped it down on a clear spot on the PCB, and boom, all the birdie tones were gone. So if you get this radio and you have any birdie tones, take the 4 screws out, look at where the wires are laid out from the ferrite antenna, and just move them to a clear spot on the PCB, and they will go away, I promise you. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. The easiest fix I ever made with a radio. Love it. So let's go ahead and tune this. I have some fun. Yeah, I'm loving this radio. $20? Yeah. St. Louis here, KTRS.
The first fact. Title 18, Section 242 says when you violate someone's rights under the code.
This is local, WIND Chicago.
You're to life, and if it causes death.
Out top, Winget right side. King gets the screen from Winget.
Here we go, WNAX, Yankton, South Dakota. 460 miles, 5,000 watts. This is a good little catch. I like getting this station.
Wilson couldn't handle the pass. A little too much mustard from the quarterback from Caledonia, and the ball.
That's why I'm running. I'm running. All right, he's right. Country again. There's no way.
Lately on 590, I've been picking up KXSP, Omaha, Nebraska, which is 400 miles away at 5,000 watts.
So many people are doing things to block cookies, and then many others, either in addition to or as an alternative.
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles away. So it's a local,
really trying
but
to
very
stay
directional.
Anonymous.
.640 is WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts at night. Okay, this is 650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. Now, I did some band scans already and we pre-recorded them. So when I play the evening one, you'll hear how there's a huge difference. Tonight might be a little rougher for the medium wave, but this was coming in like crystal clear. It's beautiful.
Or go to prostatecenterny.org. It's a tie game. No timeouts left. The clock is ticking.
This is 660 WFAN, New York City, New York. 750 miles. There's a little bit of static, which you can eliminate by using a loop. I have one here. Select the tenor.
Anywhere else. Never miss another epic NBA moment. Thanks. You heard about Black Titanium? Sure. The band with costumes and instruments make them.
So there you go. Once you get a good signal, you can definitely boost it with the loop here, and it makes a big difference.
So, Black Titanium. The new scratch-off game from the New York Lottery.
Forgetting to actually place that order.
670 local, WSCR.
Throws your way. Easy.
Let's go up to some other stations that I know of.
It's Tuesday, November 12, 2019. And on the
WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
one of our regular hot games. Take the time to perhaps digest both sides of it.
720 WGN, Chicago.
You're super passionate about putting it out there. I mean, that's all.
740, this is Zoomer Radio, CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Always love listening to this.
Liability edge.
Oh, no, sorry. $10,000 of income if I make more than
WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles.
on that short-term rental, the damage or liability.
Write in as few words as possible. That's one of the primary tenets.
WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
Keep it simple and write success.
Refers to the intelligence community assessment produced in January 2000.
WABC, New York City, New York.
After Donald Trump was elected president and prior to his
And during my evening scan, this came in beautifully with call letters. Yeah, you'll listen to that. It's amazing.
5.9 FM.
Temperature now 11 degrees. WBBM news time 1040.
There you go. Hit the call letters. Keep going. Let's go up the band here a little quicker.
Running up the middle, and I'm, nice run by Cook, and I'm like,
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
Yeah, sometimes it's like they hardly miss much. I mean, Elon, great, I love you.
WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, 300 miles.
I believe.
Il est absolument fabuleux. C'est un grand reportage fait par Skype.
CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
De guerre comme ça, t'as besoin.
Also expels harmful gases such as radon, carbon monoxide, and other pollutants.
WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
Six-stage hospital-grade air purifier.
Pull from the water. After the Dominican Republic-bound plane crashed right after takeoff from JFK Airport. 260 people died on board, 5 people on the ground, too. This day is one of a pain that is sharp and vivid.
This is WCBS, New York, New York, 750 miles.
And grief has not lessened with time. And Mayor Bill de Blasio.
Within a day, then I'm deleting you.
Okay, let's see, 900. Okay, let's go up to some known stations, like a little quicker here.
Walks into the house, so we should have an idea.
1020 KDK Pittsburgh.
Absolutely no.
I'm going to go to some of the bigger stations. WTAM Cleveland, about 300 miles.
Oh, I don't know.
It's weird. You find that with sports teams, people will put tattoos on their bodies for the sports team.
KMOX St. Louis.
You hear about some of the brands.
And we're just going to go right to the top here, 1610. This radio does very well. Like I said, watch those other videos I'm going to make, and you can hear it in action, a full band scan. CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, and then I think it tops out 1700. Let's go up to the top here. Of course, you can manually enter it in. Okay, this is KBGG, Des Moines. This is about 280 miles.
Wow, where are you from?
Here we go. Sometimes I'll get a Hispanic music station here also from Richardson, Texas, which is KKLF.
Enjoyable night I've had in a long time. When I listen to you for hours.
Okay, turn that off. Okay, cool. So final thoughts on the Radio Shack 2658 AM FM Shortwave radio. Is it worth a buy at $20? Heck yeah, go get one. This thing is awesome. It's, like I said, easy fix if you have that birdie tone issue on medium wave. Shortwave, you just jiggle this switch. I don't know why that gives such a boost to performance, but you saw it was doing pretty well with a little simple wire. Having a DC input is really nice. Headphones that do work if you want to use headphones. So overall, yeah, $20. Go get yourself one. I'll have links below. Check it out. Like if you can get this guy was selling like 6 of these, so maybe he still has some. Like I said, he had best offer. I threw in an offer, and he took it, and then he included batteries, which was amazing. So there you go. Recommended buy from Todderbert. If you can find one, get one. You'll love it. It's a lot of fun to mess with. That green light isn't too bad. You can see in the dark with it, as you saw. Alrighty, so give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. 2, if you like Radio Shack radios or realistic radios, I'm a big fan, I'm a big collector. I'm always on the lookout for these radios. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos where I have this radio. Especially I did a daytime and evening. You're going to really like those. I found a lot of stations on the evening one. Just amazing. And of course, comment below what you think about the 2000 658 shortwave radio. This is like, I think their last one they produced. I don't know if they're producing any more. So this might be the last one you see. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.